The risks are enormous. The rewards are incomparable.
September 30th, Jermell Iron Man Charlo versus Saul Canelo Alvarez.
What makes the fight special, of course, is that Canelo has for quite a long time now been the number one attraction in the sport. He needs to be motivated by the desire to get back to number one pound for pound one more time in his career. He is not, at this moment, the number one pound for pound fighter in boxing. He's already accomplished everything else you can accomplish in the sport. The only thing that's left is to get back to number one more time. This is the way to set it up.
I think it's gonna be a great fight. No joke.
It's hard to be hungry when you sleep on satin sheets. And Canelo's been sleeping on satin sheets for quite a while now. One thing I always say about fighters is, if they come to the gym 2% less every day than they've been in the past, that might be imperceptible to them. It might be imperceptible to their trainer. It might be imperceptible to the promoter. It might be imperceptible to everybody in the inner circle who watches them. But if they come in at 2% less every day for 6, 8, 10 weeks, the amount of time you need to train for a big fight, they might enter the ring 20% less, and they don't even know. There are very significant unknowns on both sides. This is not known landscape for Jermell Charlo. A lot of fans don't really know who he is. It's very easy to get confused about which Charlo is which ones. They have similar skills, so it's very difficult to differentiate the two Charlos. But here comes the best possible fulcrum for differentiating. If Jermell Charlo beats Canelo Alvarez, he's got a credential that his brother doesn't have. And that is his signature and his identity in the sport from that moment forward. There are many ways to look at what it is that Charlo can do in this fight. But I think that a lot of that is going to depend on his comfort at the weight. Does he feel like he is enough of an unknown quantity at 168 that it's smarter to stay away? Or does he feel like he's enough of a known quantity at 168 that it's smarter to go inside and try to use what might be a speed advantage at close range? These are all questions that I think he'll have to sort out with the help of his corner during the fight. And by the way, that corner has gotten a lot of acclaim. They have gotten a lot of credit for the things that they've accomplished in the past few years, and now they're coming off a big loss. They're coming off a fight in which their fighter was exposed by Terence Crawford. So did they learn anything from that night? How different is Jermell Charlo from Errol Spence? What is the thought process going into this fight? And did what happened in that fight against Crawford shake Derek James's confidence in any way, so that he's not as certain about what he wants to do with Charlo against Canelo? You should order this fight on ppv.com because Canelo Alvarez is still the number one attraction in boxing, but he's the number one attraction in boxing at a moment when his career could be either ready to go back up to another level or fall off the precipice. We don't know for sure. And he's fighting against a fighter who has the skills and the dynamism to push him toward the precipice